Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Finish Stream Podcast. I am Contrell, joined as always, Charlie, Riley. How are you guys?
Good. How are
Good,
you?
great. What was that for?
You looked like you were
Trying to
missing
name with
one.
names. Yeah, yeah.
You don't want to say the wrong name.
Yes. Today's movie is called Trap. 2024, rated PG-13. Runtime of 1 hour and 45 minutes. You know, it seemed like 3 hours.
3 hours.
Spoilers are ahead if you have not seen this movie. Before we get started, please give us a follow, like, subscribe. We're on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. We're at Affinity Streaming. Incompetent police try and catch a serial killer. That's just all we can say about that. Directed, it's the whole summary.
Wow.
Directed by M. Night Shyamalan. Currently streaming on Max. Released August 2nd, 2024, starring Josh Hartnett. Rotten Tomatoes critic score, you want to guess?
36.
57. Audience score of 65.
How?
Film 5.3 on Film Affinity.
And that's honestly shockingly high. For what purpose?
People love this
I think
movie.
there's people that really love it. I was reading the Google reviews because sometimes I just Google a movie and I start clicking on the reviews to see what people say. Just people talking about this like this is like the best movie they've ever seen.
People love this. People here have
What?
told me, "Oh, you watch that? I love that movie." And I was like, "All right."
Like you read the comments and it's like it almost feels like they're AI generated because like they're saying stuff like, "Wow, the twist that he was a serial killer came out of nowhere." It's like, what do you?
It didn't come out of nowhere. You find out in the beginning.
I know.
Like,
It takes you a while to figure it out. I was like, what are you talking about?
the
like,
first 15 minutes, if you don't know anything going in the first 15 minutes, you're like, what's happening? And then when he goes in the stall, it's
yeah,
like,
but that's like 15 minutes in. This
Yeah,
review was talking about it like it's like halfway through the movie.
Beginning of the movie. It's just like, oh, he's like, okay.
Just imagining this person like watching the movie and like it gets to the like at the point where he's like, you know, threatening people. It's like, oh my god, he's a serial killer. That's after the part where someone down a stairs.
I know. Right? Hey, but so what overall you enjoyed, did not enjoy? What did you think?
Not really. It was really a wasted premise for something that's like a serial killer at a movie or like a music concert. Like, you know, you expect some spectacle.
Yeah.
Really nothing. He doesn't kill anyone. I think there's 0 kills in the whole movie.
Well, he has like 10 kills. He doesn't need any more.
I know, and like he only hurts like one person.
Well, no, he threw the lady down the stairs and he threw the oil in the grease.
Okay, sorry, 2 people.
2 people.
2 people. Oh no, someone's gonna have some bruises, and okay, she was pretty.
Yeah,
but we don't
she
even get to see it. You know, they cut away, and then they just come like much.
You want to see her like face burning and her.
Well, for this, it's basically I don't know. I guess I expect more like a slasher type movie.
Rated PG-13.
I can't.
They probably wanted to like keep it PG or something.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
What'd you think of it?
It was very bad. I was just like, what am I watching? The only thing I wanted is like, okay, like when are they gonna catch him? Oh, are they not gonna catch him? That was like the only thing keeping me watching, but it felt like forever.
Yeah, it was weird. They don't really. I feel like there's supposed to be some kind of cat and mouse game between him and the head lady, but it's not really explored at all.
Yeah.
No.
There's no like history with them. They don't interact really.
I wish there was like something more in the beginning of the movie that like set everything up, because you just like jump in and they're like, oh, we're going to this concert, and then, oh, have you heard of the butcher?
Well, yeah, it was done very like sloppy.
It was out of nowhere.
I think it also left room for a prequel or a sequel. You know, you got to set this stuff up. You can make a prequel. Make how of the butcher, all his skills, how he caught the one guy he had in the basement, the woman and her.
It was also
she caught other cases, her other cases.
So unrealistic.
It was so
unrealistic. Where she's like, oh, he's gonna pull the fire alarm, lock all the men inside. It's like, oh, okay. I guess if there was a fire, all the men would die.
You gotta come over here more. Okay. Party's joining us, people.
Well, I'll probably edit most of that out. Yeah,
okay.
Nice
control.
Yeah, because it's like walk through the door. I'm gonna make it smoother. Transition.
People like the
behind the scenes.
Live action.
I mean, we're doing it live.
Yeah. What do you think of the movie, Carl?
I was dumb. It's stupid and like not a good way.
It was not. I mean, but I was entertained. I feel like maybe like an hour in, I looked and I was like, how much is left? And there was like 45 minutes left. And I was like, I can't do another 45
Yeah,
minutes. of this.
because like that's the point. Was that the point where what's her like M. Night's daughter, the pop star? I think that's when they leave, right? The concert.
Yeah, I think they were.
That's about the point where I was like, oh come on.
No, I think right when he went into her like dressing room and it was like completely empty, just the two of them. I was like, all right,
no way.
I'm out.
That's
I'm
never
done.
gonna happen.
I was like, the whole premise is serial killer at a concert, which is a fun premise, but they don't do anything with it.
They really don't.
And I was thinking like, or at the beginning, I was like, look, if someone doesn't die on stage, like this is a whole waste of time. And they don't even finish at the concert; they just leave it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I guess the final act, everyone's like, wow, and then suddenly just like a dead body.
Pick up. And people were
People are
screaming everywhere.
screaming and screaming, and like the police are like instead we get nothing.
Interesting.
It was bad. I didn't know. I looked up after like who the girl was because I was like, okay, like is she a singer kind of thing? And I was like, oh my god, it's his daughter.
Yeah.
And then so I didn't realize that when I started the movie, and I was like, oh, so the point of the movie was just to promote his daughter singing.
That's what it felt like.
Like it was just and she had no presence. Like
No, her
Yeah.
acting, her singing was like generic.
It was very generic.
Were they her own songs?
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I.
I felt like it was a showcase for her music.
She
Yeah,
made a
'cause
whole album for this movie.
They sung a lot. She sung
Yeah.
a lot.
But like, did you guys see like the One Direction movie? Where like it's like Anne Hathaway is like getting with somebody who's supposed to be the guy from One Direction.
Okay.
Like they had similar like things where they were up on the stage and they had presence. Like it was
Okay.
stupid, but they had presence.
Yeah,
This little bit has no presence.
I was looking at this concert. I was like, people wouldn't be excited for that.
No.
There's like a few people like moving, and then just she's playing the piano. Like,
All right.
Also, her concert stadium just looked like an auditorium.
Yeah, it did. Everybody was just sitting there.
Well, they probably couldn't fill up 80,000 seat.
I know, but like make it look like a I don't know, seem like establishing shot. I don't know, but it just looks like
be Taylor Swift. And well, first off, it can't be Taylor Swift because it's like
I thought it was.
happening. Like screwing the after.
Yeah.
oh thank God she added this extra one.
I thought it was like Ariana Grande or somebody who had like children in the audience. Like,
Well, yeah. I
Good
mean, they
kids.
said that it was like 25,000 people because they mentioned how many with
30.
and there was 3,000 in, right?
3,000 men. It's like that's a very low men
You know
percentage.
what bothered me? Like, why did it take them so long to like no one ever questioned him? He was there the whole time
I
eating
know.
lunch.
It was
They questioned
terrible.
every man in there, but him.
They're trying to pretend that he had ribs. It's like, no, that man's a serial killer.
Yeah.
One look at him.
Also, why don't they just question people at the door going in? We know he's gonna
Instead of
be
letting
here.
them
Let's,
all
let's
in.
wait so everyone's trapped in.
Maybe he saw them. Maybe I don't know. Yeah, it made no sense.
There's always security.
If he was in there, yeah.
There's always security to go in. It would have been so easy for them to be like, "Oh, can you just check your bags? Oh, this guy's got a tattoo." Yeah, pull him aside for
Yeah.
extra. Oh, do you mind standing over there, sir? I'll check your bag.
No, like I was still willing to suspend disbelief. Yeah, like this movie. Like I am really wanting to like it, but like Eminem just does nothing.
I know.
Nothing. It's the most like boring movie I've ever seen.
I know. I kept waiting for someone to die,
Yeah.
and no one dies. No one
Where's
even.
the theatrics?
Yeah.
But you were rooting for everyone to survive. You didn't want anybody to die. I guess some like off-screen person you wanted to die.
Well,
but not.
when you make the main character the serial killer, there should be a pretty high
Yeah.
body
Yeah.
count.
They should have killed the limo driver. I think he could have died. He did nothing.
Sure, yeah.
Okay. Favorite scene, Charlie. Favorite word. We'll go favorite scene or worst scene. Like you pick.
It's probably the ending where he's like chatting with his wife. he's like, yeah, he's like cutting a cake, and she like takes his shirt off.
I know. We're just like,
He doesn't want to get blood.
my shirt off right now.
Sarah's like buying anything.
Yeah.
I wasn't mad about it. I was happy. I mean, he was the only good part of the movie. I could just look at his face the whole time. Yeah.
Oh, so he was attractive.
He's
He was
attractive.
attractive. So I feel like that's maybe why he got away with people oversharing with him because he was a good-looking guy. Maybe.
Yeah, he's like the stand-up guy. Like, oh, his dad.
Yeah.
All right. Favorite worst scene.
Anytime that he was talking with the rambling mouth worker at the
Oh my
station,
God.
he just told him
The
everything.
Jamie, the t-shirt vendor.
Yeah, the
that's he
t-shirt
thought.
vendor.
Yeah,
That guy.
the one who explains the plot.
Exactly. He explains everything. Did he give him the code word or was it someone else?
Oh, I thought he heard it on the radio or something.
No,
I, like,
he
forgot.
told it to him.
Oh, okay.
He was
He
oversharing.
literally told him everything.
He was just like, yeah, oh yeah, man. They're looking for a guy that looks just like you, but this is what you do. Like, just like, what?
Oh, you have a cool tattoo, huh?
Yeah.
My least favorite was literally every piece of dialogue because like it just the way that they would like zoom in on them
Nah.
and you just like saw their face talking and everything else was blurred out. I feel like I was on a Zoom call.
Yeah.
Especially with him and Jamie, yeah, the t-shirt guy. They were just like
They were
too
going
close
back
to their
and
camera.
forth,
Yeah.
like, boom, boom.
And Jamie's like, hell yeah, man. They're looking for a serial killer. I hated him. He was,
Did you see the like end scene at the end, or did you just turn it off immediately?
I turned it off
There's
immediately.
an after credits.
There's an
scene
after
where
credits?
he's
It's not
Sitting in a-
completely after credits, but it's short. Yeah.
sitting in.
Who's sitting in this house?
T-shirt vendor.
Yeah. and
He's what?
He's watching the news and he's like, "Oh my god, that was the guy I talked to today."
And that's all.
Yeah. He's like, "I'm not helping anyone." And he like yells for his wife. or
And he's
girlfriend or
wearing a
something.
Sixers like sweatshirt, and I was like, yeah.
Oh my
He was so
god.
Philly. Just in case you didn't know that M. Night Shyamalan was from Philly.
I hate that guy. I hated that guy. That's why I have as my worst actor, Jamie the t-shirt vendor.
I thought it was M. Night's daughter. She was pretty bad.
Oh my god, the scene where she's like hugging the kid. I was like, what is this?
Yeah,
like,
you
what-
bang it-
why did you do this?
Why doesn't it looks like you're trying to like hurt them?
My favorite scene was when she like snatched his phone and ran to the bathroom. I enjoyed that part.
That was good.
That
That
was
was like the only
interesting.
good part.
Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah.
ooh, some
I already said my most hated character was Jamie. I like Riley, the little Ariel.
Aw, thanks.
She, not you, the one in the movie. She seemed like she was really into the music and like
Yeah,
enjoy it.
she's
Play her part, yeah.
She did her
Yeah.
job.
Yeah.
I mean, I think our serial killer Cooper, that's his name. I think he was doing fine, but he needed, if he had some violence to back up his weird demeanor, I think it would have helped a lot.
Yeah, I think he was trying to like he was really around people too much to like he was around his daughter.
Yeah.
Well, he had people alone frequently in this movie.
That's true.
Like
It was weird.
Oh, I feel like he did a lot of heavy lifting for this movie. If it wasn't
Yeah.
for him, this movie would have been.
that would have been enough.
Completely
Yeah.
unnecessary.
But I also feel like he doesn't sell being evil. He's too much of the good
I think
guy.
he did.
I think he did. I bought him as a creepy serial killer. Yeah.
He was so creepy. Especially when he like, especially oh yeah, they had this weird subplot about like her friend at school is
Oh yeah, that
Oh my
was
God,
useless.
the
Yeah,
Why do
like
they keep coming up?
Cause that was a comedy bit.
Why,
Like
why doesn't it? I thought he was going to kill that
kill
woman.
her. Yeah.
And that is just such a bad writer.
Like
so bad.
there's all these setups for all these people for him to kill. Like T-shirt guy, he has him alone in the background. Let me kill this guy and I'll take his place or something.
Like someone told M. Night Shyamalan that you have to add in background characters to make a scene look believable, but like did it tell him that you actually have to still give them a point, like a purpose to exist?
yeah.
That mom was
Chekhov's
screaming
gun.
at him.
Yeah.
It was so weird.
I was
Anyway,
waiting for him to kill her.
was that your favorite character too, Cooper? Josh Hartnett?
Yeah, I think he would be my favorite.
I loved him.
He's up to his character. So what would you have changed about? I mean, obviously we've changed a lot about it, but I think maybe
I think he just follows through and like kills people.
kills people. I feel like maybe
Yeah,
if the
like,
cops
fun,
did more.
inventive kills. Yeah, the
Yeah.
cops doing
Get
more.
some like substantial plot in
Yeah.
there, like set up a tiny bit of background to the story to get you invested. Because I didn't care from the beginning. I was like, I don't care if he gets caught or not.
I think it was
Really?
fine. I think it was fine just jumping in.
Were you rooting for him to not get caught?
I just really didn't care at all. I was just like, there's no background. Like I mean, Dexter, the TV show, like you don't want him to get caught because you know like why he's doing it. Like you know nothing about this guy, so I'm just like, I really don't care. And I don't care about
I don't want him to hurt innocent people like the French fry girl.
If you would want him to get caught.
He just pushed some random person down the stairs and nobody saw.
I just blew a thing up in some poor girl's
Yeah.
face.
A poor girl's ruined forever. Just turning.
He's an okay guy. You might.
Also, Dexter is a serial killer.
Yeah.
I know.
Quite a fact.
I know he's bad, but like you care.
He
about
does
him.
bad people. He doesn't kill good people.
Yeah.
Dexter.
Like, what's the butcher story? Why he's just apparently a messed up
He's
child.
just sick. Sicko.
Mommy issues.
Mommy.
Yeah, they
issues.
like start off in the beginning with him seeing the woman, and then it's like
Mommy
What
issues
is
aren't even
this?
good. Like they're just not even.
there was nothing developed. Nothing developed in this.
But it's just general issues.
So you would have changed the plot,
Yes.
and you would have changed.
No, I liked everything until they left the stadium. Like I really thought they had potential until they left the stadium,
Yeah.
and then I just kind of
Like him being alone with the pop star in a room would never happen.
Never.
In a million years.
And the pop star going back talking to like the head FBI, like, oh, did you catch him yet? Like,
Yeah, like she went in the like control room. You have him yet? With the door open so he could hear everything. Like,
it was so bad.
get out of here with that. Oh my god. Listen, I mean, whatever. Prequel, sequel, spinoff. What do you got?
I'm mad because there's going to be a sequel. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, people like it, so there probably will be a sequel. I don't know if it made any money or not, but
Yeah. Yeah, so yeah, I was reading the Google reviews and people were talking like it's like the best movie they've ever seen.
Allie like watched a fucking 2-hour essay on YouTube talking about how it was like the best movie ever. I'm like, were we watching the same movie? Because the last movie I was in here for was Cocaine Bear. Like, I love camp. It's not camp. It was bad.
Yeah.
budget of 30 million, box office of 82.7. So
It made money.
it made money, and there'll probably be a.
Because there's the factor.
So there is a theory that maybe he is related to M. Night's other movies, and he has a superpower. That's why he escaped the cops. Like, you think about it, he was in the limo surrounded by people, and all of a sudden he was on the street in a different outfit.
I think that's just back right there.
He teleported.
He was like tunnels or something.
And then he had a tunnel out of his house.
In the car, like she was.
When he
he
was in the
stepped
limo.
out.
Because the crowd was all on like one side. He had all the clothes.
Hey, there's that man just came out of the car who had kidnapped the pop star.
They had the car surrounded, and no one saw him open the door to get, unless he climbed out the bottom of the car in like a.
No,
I
yeah.
just thought it was so badly written.
Well, he could just say he has superpowers and then solve all of
This
it.
comes out
Probably.
he has superpowers. Why wouldn't he have just teleported out of the concert?
Because he has his daughter with him. He can't teleport two people. Everyone knows that, right?
Just to clarify, we're talking about like the superpower would be like the one guy's superpower is he has multiple personality disorder, and the other guy's superpower is that he's what's his face.
He's Mr. Glass. Yeah,
Unbreakable.
unbreakable. But Bruce Willis did have super strength, so maybe this guy
Right,
can
but he was
teleport.
like terrified of drowning. Like,
Yeah, he could.
Yeah.
He would. Yeah.
this is bad. This is bad movie.
So for my idea for a sequel would be, he breaks out of jail, obviously because the cops are in
He's
case.
already
He's
out.
already out. But he was still, was he chained at the waist and the feet?
No,
He undid.
He undid all of it.
Yeah.
He's just sitting in the police van.
And he's just gonna open the police van. They're gonna be only one cop around.
Probably.
and
They're
he's
gonna open. There's gonna be no cops. Probably.
Yeah.
They're gonna like open the doors in a way that they can't see what's inside, and then they'll go in like he's gone. And
And they're all gonna run.
No,
and he's
there's
just
gonna be a
new.
new cop right next to him and be like, "Did you see him?" And it's like obviously him, and you'll realize. And he'll be like, "Oh no."
Yeah, he like took out like SWAT and then put on the costume and then told the limo driver, "Oh, I'm gonna take the car." Like,
Yeah.
what the? That was horrible. But no, he's escaped, and then he goes back to his house. He tracks down his wife and kid, and the like, daughter has to kill him to end the movie.
Oh, Riley's gonna kill him?
Yeah, Riley's gonna kill him.
I really thought, because like Alison Pill is terrifying. She's a serial killer in real life, I believe. I really thought that they were going to be on it together. That would have been so cute.
Yeah, I thought they would be.
Come back to her at the end alone in the house. I was like, oh, they're gonna be in on it.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, we did it or something. That would have been better. It still wouldn't have made up for
No, it still would have been
all the concert stuff.
But it would have been a little.
Would have been-
Would have been something going on.
Yeah. All right. So in the end, are we recommending this movie to friends and family? No,
Not a chance.
not even for like the pure comedy of it.
There's an
It's
even
not
pure.
funny.
I'd be like, yeah, you have to see this movie. It's hilarious.
It's my time.
I really wasn't wasted.
It was an hour and 45 minutes.
But it felt like 3.
I mean, I got my dishes cleaned. Well, yeah, it's useful.
Since you're not recommending this movie, do you want to recommend a movie from the actors in this movie?
I mean, honestly, I didn't know them very much, but I'll just recommend Josh Hartnett and Pearl Harbor because,
With Ben Affleck?
I mean,
Was he in that movie?
Ben Affleck?
Was in Pearl Harbor?
That sounds correct.
I mean, I don't know. That's like what I know him.
He's
from.
in like so many movies. He's also on a TV show called.
Yeah, I mean,
He was in Oppenheimer too. Like
I don't even
I don't know
know.
which
him.
movie.
He was a little baby in Pearl Harbor.
Allison Pill was in Snowpiercer. If you want to see an actual like kind of poofy movie that really does lean into theatrics, Snowpiercer is amazing.
Allison Pill and Scott Pilgrim also.
Oh yeah.
Great movie. Ben Affleck. Okay.
Which one was she?
She was the drummer in Sex
Oh,
Bob-omb.
yeah.
One of my favorite movies.
She was actually attractive.
Yes, she was very good.
Now she's just a serial killer.
She's also in this like horror anthology series where she's like a crazy white lady who kills people. Yeah.
Oh, Josh Hartnett's also been drunk history episodes.
Oh, okay.
Because he could actually be very funny. It's just not.
I'm sure. I mean, I think he's actually.
He looks like a
good.
serial killer to me.
Yeah.
Do you have a recommendation?
No.
Okay. Awesome. Couple other things from this movie that will probably go over most people's heads, but the FBI agent Haley Mills, she was the original twin in Parents Trap. Yeah,
That was funny. Yeah.
yeah.
What's that up? And I was
She was a Parent Trap is a movie also,
Yeah.
because this one's called Trap, and there's Parent Trap, so it's funny.
like, but this one's not Parent Trap.
That's not funny.
No,
Just-
it's really not even a trap.
I just want to mention again, Jamie, the teacher, everyone I hated him. Just want to get that out there.
You need to go watch his end.
I need to go. I'm gonna watch that next. He just overshared, man. It's just like you don't take that chance. Like, so they set up this whole thing. You don't think there's one possibility you're talking to this killer and he's gonna kill you.
Dude, there's 3,000. It's very
He's a fan of him. He's a fan of the butcher.
Yeah, I
He was
guess.
excited about it.
Yeah, the sequel is him and the t-shirt
Him and the
vendor.
butcher,
yeah,
you know.
yeah, they meet up. He's like, dude,
Yeah, good job. And the scene where he's like at the concert and he goes in the room full of cops, like getting briefed on what the guy looks like, and he's just walking around handing them sugar and shit. Like, get the fuck out of here with that, man.
Yep.
Anyway, shout outs. Riley, you go first.
I don't know if I've shouted it out before, but I'm going to shout out the TV show Silo because season 2 is currently streaming on Apple TV, and it's a fun show.
Nice. Charles, do you have a shout out this time?
I don't know. It's almost Christmas. So Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas,
Probably
everybody.
The last one of the year. So
Happy holidays.
good time, New Year, and all
What
that.
did we shout out?
We say whatever you want.
Like or want. Anything you've read or seen or anything lately.
I'm not a person anymore.
You're not a person anymore?
No.
Is that a book or a TV show? What is that?
I
No,
think
it just
that's
sounds
first.
It's just how you feel. Oh, it's just like,
This movie killed me.
really?
So there's
Yeah,
then one body. So he got water kill.
Yeah.
I'm going to give a shout out to the Lady Raven album. It was awesome. No, I'm just kidding. I didn't listen to it. I did not listen to it. I'm gonna give that shout out to Sarah, who's not here. Just I know she'll listen to it. She would have
Oh,
loved
no,
it.
she disliked it strongly. She
I
was like,
think-
"There's
yeah,
so many
that's true.
faults
She
in this,
would-
like in continuity of the filming and everything." She was mad about it.
Yeah, I probably hate watching movies with her. I feel like she notices things that I wouldn't notice, and
She knows she doesn't suspend disbelief very well.
yeah, it's like that would never happen. That was my Spanish accent.
Wow.
All right, guys, thanks for joining us. Next week we'll be doing another horrible movie.
Are you doing it answer last?
We're doing not yet.
We were.
We're doing challengers next. It Ends With Us may not be on this.
Challengers? Do you think that's a bad movie?
I haven't seen it.
Like a horde of bisexual women killing you. If you say that.
Oh, I haven't seen it, so I'm just saying Zendaya. I'm anticipating it's being bad. Zendaya and playing tennis. So,
Well,
but
threesomes.
I'm not in threesomes, but my mind may change. I can't see it being a good threesome though. You know,
Maybe issues.
maybe she's
You've seen
anyway.
it? Okay.
Have you seen it?
Yeah.
Okay. Thanks guys for joining us. We'll see you next time. Finish Dream Podcast. For everybody, goodbye.
Bye.
Goodbye. Bye.
Like,